Imagine waking up every day to a clean email which has all the latest LinkedIn job, already filtered, analyzed by AI, matched to your skill set, and neatly organized in a professional HTML summary. No scrolling, no opening tabs, no wasting time. In this video, I'm going to show you an automation that I built for myself and my friend that scrapes latest LinkedIn job every day, analyze them using AI, filter only the relevant one, then format them in a clean, beautiful email and send directly to you. Also, it saves those jobs in a Google Sheet so that you can refer them back and start applying. I am Sohail Jafri and I build automation that saves you hours each week. And today I will walk you through exact steps to how to set up this automation for yourself. So let's get into it. I will give you a basic rundown of how this workflow works and then we will start building it. And you can find this guide in the description with all the resources you need to implement this workflow for free. Okay, so first, this run every day at 7 a.m. Then we have set few variables which you need to configure for your scenario. I will move myself here, which includes about me session along with what kind of skill set I have. For example, in this scenario, I have skill set of n8n, workflow automation, NLM based application, RAG based pipelines, etc. All right. Then we have array of job filters. This is specifically configured for our scraper. This include few factors like job title we are looking for, that is automation engineer and AI engineer. You can configure this to your liking. It could be a software engineer or a product manager. Then you enter how many entries you want of job. I have kept it 5 because I need to demonstrate you how this work, and if I put more entries it will take more time to run. Okay, if you want 1000 jobs, just put 1000 here and you will get 1000 jobs every day. Not 1000, it will be filtered out to best matching jobs. All right. Then after that, this loops over the filter. For example, I have put two kind of job roles I am looking for. First is AI automation engineer, yes, and second is AI engineer. So it will look for both of these jobs separately. Since if you can see, let me zoom out. You see here we got two filter running, each with its own set of jobs. At total we got 10 jobs, that is 5 plus 5, because we have asked for 5 job listings. The loop is completed with total of 10 jobs. After that, it runs a remove duplicate job function, which basically removes any job which collided with each other. For example, since I have searched for a similar job roles like AI automation and automation engineer, the possible chances are that some jobs might be repeated in the search. So that's why I do a filtering and removing of duplicated jobs. After that, there is a AI screening which takes my about section and my skills, and then it checks the JD and other part of the job description which was provided by a scraper which got the data from LinkedIn, and it gives us three things: job title, whether a job is a match for us or not, then a reason it's a match or not. Okay, if we see at the example, we have few example, that is AI software AI engineer. Yes, the jobs align with well. A retake of the example. If you can see here, there is a job title that qualifies under software AI engineer, and reason is the job aligns well with my expertise in LLM, RAG pipelines, and full stack development, including backend APIs. Let's look for something that is not relevant. That is this machine learning engineer. The job requires 6 plus years of experience as a data scientist focused on NLP, NLU with a strong machine learning expertise, which I does not have. Then we have another one, that is software engineer remote Namar. The job requires strong experience with C and C++. Again, I am an automation engineer, that's why it is not relevant to me. But LinkedIn search gave us the result. This is the reason this automation worked flawlessly, because AI checks for every job and only return us the filter job. Then jobs are filtered whether the match is yes or no. If match is yes, it will set every detail of the job here. Then it will pass that thing to our Google Sheet. If we click and open here, we could see the data it has gotten us, that is senior software engineer and lead AI/ML engineer. Since I have kept a window of 10 jobs, that's why only 2 qualified. If you keep a window of larger job openings like 100, 1000 or 500, you will get more jobs here. Then it made a string of everything to pass to a LLM. Now this LLM composes a HTML body which is then sent to us via email. Okay, all right, I have to change my email. This will be the email to send to. Yep, run this. You have, since I'm using recent to send email, I can only use my email address. You could send an email to anyone. Since this automation we are building for ourselves, our email address will suffice for this scenario. It will running all the automation again. Since it's running everything again, we will start developing the automation from scratch, and once it's done, I will be showing you the end result. All right, I will move this somewhere else. This is the end result. You will see this is what I ran a few days back, and this is how the end result looks like, but I will show you the fresh one as well. Let's go to our n8n and create a new in workflow. All right, now we will start with the scheduler, because each job we are seeing here will be sent to us at 7 a.m. sharp on a schedule, and I will select day with midnight, no, not midnight, at 7 a.m. in the morning. Then okay, this is done. After that, we will add a global var, that is set field node. I will add 3 things. First is my job description about me, not job description about me. I'm copy pasting everything which I have already done. Then it will be my skill set. You have to tweak it according to your expertise, so it will work best. This won't be here. We are only setting 2 things here. Then we will need to set some filters. This filter will be sent to our scraper, that is from Apify, to scrape the jobs. For that I will be using a code node. You don't need to know how to code to set this up. You can simply copy paste my workflow, or it's an array of JSON, so you can ask ChatGPT to set this up for you. And I'm using this particular scraper from Apify, and you can fill this thing up and then click here, JSON, and you will get a sample input format for this particular API. After this is done, we have created a JSON array of inputs. Now we can look through this and find job posting for each of the filter. Replace this replace me node and add a few parts here. First, I will be adding a code node again. Reason being, I have stored everything in a array, but this particular node needs input in a particular format, that is input equals to this thing. Okay, that's why I have done input equal to JSON stringify first and returning just the input. So the input will contain the actual data. Format input will be the name of this node. Then we move forward. Now we can call our scraper, that is from Apify, and I will move myself again, and I will be using run actor and get dataset. So this node, then I have to select the actor. Since I have used this actor, I will be getting a suggestion to use this actor in my Apify account. So you could connect your Apify account via this first parameter. You simply have to get retake. You simply have to give it your Apify key, which you could find from your Apify account in settings, API and integration. You copy the API and paste it there. All right. Then it needs an input JSON. For that, we have already formatted our JSON, so I will do this thing, expression and it will directly come from the previous node. If I execute, you see experience 4, that is 4 year, job posting time R 8640, that is I think around 1 day. We have to check about that one, but we'll get into that later on. If we see here it is past 24 hours. You could configure this to get your job posting for last 6 hours only or 12 hours only. You could ask ChatGPT and it will give you the answer, but if you really want to, it will be like half of this, that is 43200, and R stand for recent. All right, the input is sent and it has written us something. Yes, it has written us 5 element. Now we need to add a duplication node, not a duplication node, duplicate filter node, and that will we be doing using code again. What it does, it basically takes the ID of each job and make sure the new list does not have the repeated job ID again. Okay, and we will rename this job or node, that is remove duplicate job. Now we have our duplicate free jobs, and on this one I will add a AI agent and I will name it AI screening, and it will be via connected chat. No, it will be via defined below. Now I will define a message here. This will be the message, that is this is about me, this is my skills, and you have to analyze this job for me and return me this particular JSON input. Oh my bad, output. And I have to give a system message as well, and I require data in a specific format, so you have to toggle this on, and then add a system message that you are a help system prompt. Okay, this is not the part of it. You are a career assistant helping user evaluate. Retake. You are a helpful. Retake 2. You are a career assistant helping user evaluate job posting against their profile, and the user will provide etc. We have done that. Now you have to assign it a chat GPT model or any other LLM model. For that I will be using OpenRouter, because OpenRouter allow us to use any LLM model from any provider. For this particular scenario I will be using 4.1 mini, but you could use any LLM model. This is a simple task, so a cheapest model will do you a great job. Then I will add an input parser or an output parser, and via structured output parser, now I have to define a schema that this particular AI screener will return us, so that I will give it a sample JSON only, generate from JSON sample, that is job title, match and reason. If you want to customize it or add any more configuration, you should use define using JSON schema, where you can have a more control over your JSON. Since it's a simple scenario, I'm using JSON sample. Now this is done. Now we move on to the filtering part, that is filter, and it will be based on the output expression is yes, the job is a relevant job, and I will rename it filter match job is equal to of type string. Okay, you have to see AB here. Then after the job is filtered, I will use a set job or a set field job, node, and create few fields here. Okay, which we receive from the API. If I can show you, this is the data we got, but we do not need all of it. We will use job ID, job URL, job title, company name, company URL, location. Then we don't need post time because it will change every time I see, so that's why we are not using it. Number of applicant, again we are not taking because it will change. Salary range, yes, we will take that. Job description is too long, that's why we are not taking it to be a part of our Google Sheet. All right, I will configure this node. I will show you one field I will configure, and you can configure rest of it. Paste this, copy, and this will be again expression, and I will do the whole thing and get back to you again. All right, so we have set our set job node with have retake. So we have set our job node that basically contains all job details we want to save in our Google Sheet. Now we will proceed further and save this thing in Google Sheet. We will be using Sheets. Then I will be using append or update row, because there might be a scenario where a job might be refetched on next day. Just the edge case I am considering, so that's why I'm using append or update. I will choose the sheet. It will be LinkedIn jobs using Apify. Then another will be auto jobs, that is the name of sheet I have given it. Map manually, no, we are not mapping manually because we have set everything in a neat manner, so we could use map automatically and it will match the object key name and the column name. Now map on, it will be job ID. This is our unique key. Okay, this is done. Now saving jobs in Google Sheet is done. Now we want the SMS to be received by us. So for that I will be using another node under the name code. That will be a code node, and I will basically be formatting my data or filtered jobs into a JSON string. Then I will pass, okay, not you, like this, and you are not connected. Then I will pass everything to my AI email body composer, AI agent. And I will ask it to compose a body for our job listing defined below. Job listing will be this. I think I could optimize this and remove this part entirely and use this directly, but let's see how that can be done. So I need the data of items, so it will be something like this. We have to test this part. It should work theoretically, but I will see. This is the expression, yes, and I had to add a system prompt, and system prompt will be something like this, that your assistant that summarize LinkedIn jobs into a nice HTML. Okay, this is done. We have saved everything in Google Sheet. We have made our cute little HTML. You could use same model you have used here. Simply drag this part and connect the same GPT model, then send everything using HTTP call. And since we are using resend, we will go to resend, not render, resend. Okay, I will be using GitHub for logging, and resend is a cool platform to send emails and it is very easy to use, that's why I prefer it. Then I will go to API. We need the docs, but let's configure it directly. We don't need docs. I will say a post call will be made here to this particular endpoint, that is not this, that is API resend.com/emails. Then authentication type will be a generic credential type. It will be via a bearer token, and I will be using recent bearer token. So you can add the bearer token by going into your recent API, copy the token you get from here, and then paste the token here. Okay, I have configured it already, so I won't be adding it again. And then we will say send body, and we will configure few parts, that is from, to, and the HTML body. From will be from onboarding recent.dev. This is the default address you can use in a free account. Then I will add my email address .com. Then after the name we'll add few more things, that is HTML, and subject. Copy subject. Subject will be LinkedIn job summary or LinkedIn jobs AI daily. You can name it anything you want, and I will add a date here so that I know this is the jobs for this particular day. Then HTML will be our output from our AI composer. Now let's make sure this thing is working right. Alright, so you just had to add a $, and I will execute the whole thing. It should be working nicely. We'll arrange this, and let's wait until it's working. Alright, it was a bad idea to have everything here, so we need to add that stringify node before composing anything. So I will add that part. It will be a code node. because you see here we have 5 elements. It should not be 5, it should be a 1 element. That's why we will do this particular node, that is stringify everything into a one single entity and rename it to set string has list has string, and then pass everything to the HTML body composer. Let's run this. Now you see you only receive one element. Now you will run this, then this, and let's send us the email and we will check what we have received. Okay, it has fetched 0 job. Let me check again. I have figured out the issue. It was because of the we did not update this part. Now it should work flawlessly, and this kind of thing happens when you are developing automation, so you have to keep note of what you are changing and change the next or previous part accordingly. And I think this should work instantly. Okay, it is running in the entire thing again, so let's wait again. Right, so that was fixed with that patch, and it composed a job description with I guess one job. Yes, one job, and we have received that job listing in our email. So you could increase the threshold of how many jobs you want as raw here. Since I have done only 5 and 5, I got 10 jobs, and from which only one was relevant. As you can see here, you have seen one item, that is we have received only one item. So that's what I said, you have to increase the threshold to 500 or 200 daily, so you will get more job listing in your email. All right, I hope this helped you. That's the complete breakdown of the LinkedIn job scraper automation. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, drop a comment with any feedback or any ideas, and subscribe to the channel for more automation deep dives. I added a free guide and all the resources used to make this automation in the description, so definitely check those out. And if you want to learn how to build an automation like this at scale, I have a Skool community where I teach advanced workflow system, and I also offer one-on-one mentorship to members. Link in the description. Do check out, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in next one. Bye bye.